Shalom. I do want to start off this lesson by saying all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson today. I do want to give double honor to the elders and apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. Alright, and I'm back to my old lovely scriptures I always talk about. Isaiah 13 verse 17. Alright, because a video I found from Canadian Prepper, it came out, today. I am kind of late, alright, of making this lesson. It's like Tuesday night, well, Wednesday morning, because we're in the middle of the morning now. It's 3:50. But basically, Trump had moved the dates up, and where now he's threatening Russia of he only got 10 days left, of stopping the war, or he will start doing something about it. Now, obviously, the only thing he could do about it is, sanctions, other stuff, sanction his neighbors, and, cutting off the communication in Russia. But what else could America do to America? I said, what America do to America? What else America could do to Russia? What else will be possible where it will be a threat to Putin, and Trump might threaten Putin to basically utterly destroy Russia. We don't know what they will do, but now it's to the point where I believe Putin had send military equipment to Iran, if I'm not mistaken, to get ready for war. Alright, China is getting ready for war too. Alright, so every nation and Putin's side is getting ready for war, preparing for the worst of what Trump is gonna do. Because Trump seems like he's about to be a threat upon to Russia. And if that threat is perceived to be missiles, trust and believe scripture talks about how Russia's gonna rise up against them. They're gonna shoot first against America. And it is going to succeed in those days. Alright, Isaiah 13 verse 17. Behold, I will stare at the Medes against them. Who are the Medes? Those are the Russians. Who are them? That is America. So basically, YAHAWASHI is staring up Russia against America, to have a spirit of war against America, to have a spirit of revenge against America. And we're in this age of that's happening right now. Alright, we're in an age where Russia is having the spirit to go to war with Trump. And who's caused that to happen? Trump himself. Trump is having beef with Russia. Trump is threatening Russia, calling Russia out, saying Russia ain't shit, woo-de-woo, Alright, Trump is damn near going, according to prophecy, of staring Russia up against them, against America. Alright, it says this: which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Alright, and that's spiritual, because and what Trump is gonna do, and most likely he's gonna do, is gonna put sanctions upon Putin, where money's not gonna go to Putin anymore. Now, is that going to affect Russia? No. Because Russia currency is strong enough to hold on its own. But showing you that Putin is not going to care about American dollar anymore. He's not going to care about the American currency. Because Russia currency is already good as it is. Alright? So let's read it again. Isaiah 13 verse 17. Behold, I will stare at the Medes against them, against America. He's going to stare at Russia against America. Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. So they're not going to delight in the American economy, nor riches. Doesn't matter how much bribe you do. All right, and the spirit that Russia's going to have is just no mercy, just straight judgment. Verse 18: their bows, the bows talking about the nukes, also shall dash young man to pieces. All right, meaning that the nukes is going to come down and basically destroy everybody. And they shall have no pity on the fruits of womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. All right. Will a nuke stop in midair because it sees the children? No, that's really not the case. A nuke will come down and destroy everything in its path. That's what a nuke is created to do. And that's exactly what's going to happen to America. Or it's gonna have no pity on anything that's on this on this country, and it's gonna wipe out everything. And they shall have no pity on the fruits of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, killing everybody in American land in those days, when Russia retaliates. Because we're in a days where Trump is tempting the bear. Trump is poking the bear. Trump is yelling at the bear. Trump is shaking the bear. Trump is threatening the bear. He's doing everything in his power to, to basically go to war with Russia. And it's going to prophecy because what? What did Yahawashi say? I will stir up Russia against America. He's going to stir up Russia. He's going to put the spirit upon Russia to go up against America. All right. Now, Russia, and through the whole war and through the whole conflict, Russia been playing that safe place. Russia just be like, all right, you talk too much. I'm just going to ignore you. Oh, you just doing too much. I'm going to ignore you. I'm just going to let that slide when I know you because, Russia is like a mature country. A mature, he's cool-headed. All right. But Trump is continue, bothering him, continue to anger him. Why? Because of prophecy's sake. Because Yahawashi needs something to stir up Russia. Yahawashi needs Russia to be in the spirit of war. All right, for prophecy's sake, so Yahawashi could use Russia to judge America for its wickedness. And we're seeing that happening right now. How Trump is threatening Russia that they only got 10 days left. Now, obviously, Trump could be Trump could be faking. He could be bullshitting. He could be call back his words. But he can't do that because if that's true, what happened is that every nation around the world is not gonna take America threat seriously. So Trump got to do something dangerous so that make them serious and make them I'm forgetting my words. But basically, Trump has to keep his words, so everybody could be scared every time he make a threat, because they know that he'll be commitment to it. But if he fall backs on his words and say, "Hey, never mind, I'm not gonna do nothing," then other nations they're gonna do something, and everybody's not gonna respect America. And remember, America, the Edomites in America, they are prideful. They want the respect. They want to be proven right. So they're not going to go back on their words. They're going to threaten America. They're going to do something to Russia. We don't know what it is, but it's going to come to the point where it's going to make Russia go to war against America. It's going to rise them up. All right, cause them to shoot their bows at America and destroy everything in America. Verse 19, and Babylon, that's America, the glory of kingdom, the beauty of charity, excellency shall be as when Yahawashi overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. How did Yahawashi overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? With fire and brimstone. He's going to do the same thing again towards America. America is going to be ultimately destroyed through fire and brimstone. Everything that America is going to have is going to be basically wiped away. All right, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it dwell in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabin pitch tents there, neither shall the shepherd make their fold there. Why? Because America got destroyed. All right, America got utterly wiped away because it was trying to go against Russia. And we're in these days where that's going to happen, where America is going to be at war with Russia, and they're going to lose. They're going to threaten Russia, and they're going to lose. Now, I don't know how the war is going to go. I don't know how, Russia declare war on this or America declare war on that. I don't know who's going to declare war on who. But one thing I do know is that Russia is going to be the one nation, the number one nation, the main nation to shoot their nukes at America. All right. And what was one of the causes of it? That America was provoking it in the first place. And we're seeing it right now. Trump, being a profitable individual as he is provoking Russia into this war when he doesn't really need to. When he could just stay back and be quiet. Where he could stay back and just do nothing and shut up and just continue doing what he wants to do. Their pride had deceived them. Let's grab that real quick. Obadiah 1 and 3. It says this: the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. All right, they're so prideful and so pumped up in the spirit, pumped up in the mind, that they think that they could do anything they want, not realizing that they really can't, and they're not that powerful anymore. All right, so the pride of thou heart hath deceived thee. Who? Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rocks. Who ancestry lived in the rocks? All right, not Jake, not Moabite, not Ammonite. You Edomites, whites, Europeans. You guys have an ancestry of where you guys live in the rocks. Why do you think we call you Caucasians? The Caucasus Mountains? Because you Edomites lived there once. All right. It says this, but that thou dwellest in the cleft of rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, who's gonna hurt me? Who's gonna tell me what to do? And this day and age is gonna be a reality check, because those nukes are gonna tell America what to do, and these nukes gonna tell America to sit down. Because what? Because you're going to be destroyed. It says what? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. So what is going to happen? Even though you bring yourself up to be the greatest nation on the planet, think that you deserve to tell other people what to do, and you're just this, smart, awesome guy, you're still going to be brought down to the grave for all the abominable things you have done. You let sodomy in America. You let sodomy in America. That's disgusting. You let pedophilia. You allowed sex traffic of little girls, little boys in America. All right, you didn't do nothing about that. But God forbid Jake start doing good. You start persecuting them. That's what you do. It doesn't matter what's going on. If Jake is doing well, you're gonna start persecuting Jake and make sure that they don't rise up again. You rape, rob, murder the Israelites, so-called Negroes, like to Native American, and are profiting off of their rape, rob, murder till this day. You are bombing other nations for no reason, starting wars that doesn't need to be happen. Every time a war happens into another nation, all right, America was part of it. North Korea and South Korea, Ukraine and Russia, the Middle East. America has a reason, was part of it, and he's in there causing conflict 24/7. They basically took the peace out of the earth. YAHAWASHI seen it, and he's gonna destroy it. YAHAWASHI always wanted the earth to be a pleasure place, a place where everybody could be in peace, loving, be in harmony, that's all. But guess what? America is not letting that happen. YAHAWASHI is about pro-life. America is pro-death. Everywhere America goes is just straight bombing and killing people. YAHAWASHI will take this place out, and he's going to do it very soon. And right now, prophecy is being fulfilled of how Russia is being raised up. Russia's being riled up. Russia's being forced to go to war against America. They got no choice. Back in the days, everybody thought that Trump and Putin were friends, but now they're not friends anymore. Why? Because Putin doesn't want to stop the war against Ukraine. Because why so? Ukraine is damn near basically bombing Russia. And he's just gonna take it. Ukraine is gone. There's no war. Ukraine lost the war. All right, they're damn near almost surrounded and damn near almost done. But Trump don't want that to happen, because Trump wants NATO wants a nation next to Russia, to make sure if Russia start acting up, they have a nation next to it to attack. That's what they want to do. All right, and Putin, he's not letting that happen. He's not gonna let that happen, because that's gonna hurt. That's gonna It's gonna not hurt. Basically, what is that word? It's Slakio to forgive me. It's kind of late, so my brain is not working as perfect as it's supposed to be. It's half open. It's basically like a threat to its sovereign land, basically, because now you got a NATO nation right next to your backyard door with a gun pointing at you. That's basically what they're doing. So Putin is not going to care. He's going to take over Ukraine to make sure there's space against NATO and them so he could feel safe. And that's what it is. And Trump, he's going to continue provoking to the point where they're like, fuck it. We got to go to war. And the nations are actually realizing that these other proxy nations, they're not the problem. It's America that's the problem. All right? China is not, it realized that Taiwan is not the problem. All right? It's America that's backing up Taiwan. That's the problem. Or Ukraine is not the problem. It's America that's backing up Ukraine. That's the problem. Or it's not Israel the problem. It's America that's backing up Israel. That is the problem. So these nations are realizing that, look, man, the problem is America. And they're going to have a bad thought one day to what? To ransack America with nukes. And that's what's about to come to pass. All right? Because America is a destroying mountain. That's all I want to get into today. Love you edified by this lesson. I do want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and Apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precept upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.